Hey everyone, Dr. Robert Pate here, licensed clinical psychologist and marriage counselor. I want to share some thoughts with you today about investing in your relationship. Now, investing in our relationships is absolutely necessary, and we know this from the beginnings of our relationships, where we spend a lot of time, we sacrifice time, money, energy, etc., in letting the other person know that they're important to us, that they're special, and that we're committed to them. And this certainly grows over time, and eventually we often kind of fall away in our sacrificing and our taking time out and our investing in the relationship. And then we start to see things fall apart. So we really have to continue to be intentional about our investments. And again, the investing doesn't always have to be financial. It will a lot of times, maybe money for a date or something, but it could be time. It could be sitting down after a hard day when you don't really want to talk, but it's going to be important to your partner that you're there to listen to their day. And not just to hear the content, but to hear how it was for them, right? To listen between the lines, listen for your partner in the story. So that's one way that we might invest without it being financial. But regardless of whether it's financial, time, energy, etc., we have to make that investment in our partner and our relationship. So think about what would happen if you didn't save a single penny, if you never invested in a stock or you never bought real estate or anything, any kind of investment. What would your retirement future look like? Would you ever be able to retire? Probably not. You'd probably have to keep working or, unfortunately, maybe count on the charity of others just to get by, let alone feeling successful and like you could rest in some kind of peace later in life. So, similar to our retirement accounts, we have to think that way in the way about our relationships, where we have to invest now to reap dividends in the future. So I would say start investing now. Start investing at the beginning of your relationship or wherever you are in that relationship. Otherwise, you may have some unfortunate consequences later. Now, I want to talk for just a minute here to those of you who may already be in dire straits in your relationship, and maybe it's because you didn't do that investing, or maybe your partner hasn't done as much investing as you'd like. But whatever the case may be, it's going to be difficult here to start the investing process now, but it's still necessary. So think about the costs of not investing. All right, so you're probably already seeing those if you're in a difficult spot. So think about what it's going to cost you in 2 times the rent, or 2 times the mortgage, or 2 times the gas bill, the electricity, the food. All of those things are costing you money. They're costing you time. They're costing you energy. And it may eventually, and if you're separated, likely will eventually end up costing you thousands of dollars for a contentious divorce. So think about the costs of not investing in your relationship versus the costs of starting to do something about it now. And maybe that cost is therapy. And it's not going to be for everyone. You may get by with some really helpful advice from a friend or reading a great book, maybe with a pastor, getting some pastoral counseling. But if it does end up being a therapist, I just want to encourage you to be thinking about the cost of therapy as an investment in your relationship. And think about how it can save you thousands of dollars over really just even the next few months. If you get in with a good therapist that you trust, that's a good fit for you, regardless of what their fee is, it will save you money in the long term, and that you won't be having 2 rents to pay, 2 separate food bills to pay, and gas bills, and all of those expenses. So think about that and think about, am I willing to do what it takes and invest in my relationship today to save myself time, money, and probably some heartache down the road? I hope that's helpful for you. If you are in that place where you're really struggling and you find that you just really need to get in touch with somebody who can help, give me a call. If I can help you out, great. If not, I hope I can give you names of some people who might be a good fit for you. But whatever you do, make an investment today. Do something different, whether it's calling a clinician or buying a book or really just sitting down and having a talk you need to have with your partner. Get that started today. Taking the risk of making an investment is almost always going to be a better risk to take than doing nothing at all.